What's up, guys? It's the Postman. Got one hell of a haul here to show you guys as my phone goes off in the background. Most of this is going to be from Monday. I took the day off from work. I went to Wichita and hit the thrift stores with my tax refund check. And then, let's see, Wednesday I went to another thrift store and scored a real nice item there. And then, of course, yesterday I went out locally and found a bunch of stuff, but I'll go over that in a separate video, so I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. So everything's separated by store, I believe, so let's get right into it. Clear space here. Well, first we'll go ahead and we'll show this. I went to Walmart after I went to the thrift stores. Picked this up out of the $5 DVD bin. This is Kick-Ass. Figured it was appropriate because Kick-Ass 2 is about to come out. So I did see this in the theater a couple times. This movie's awesome. So, and I read the comics. It's a real nice addition to my DVD Blu-ray library. Okay. These two items here are from a DAV, a Disabled American Veterans thrift store. First up, it's still in the wrapper here. I paid $1.48 for this. This is from OSU, the stadium, the Pickin Stadium, 2009 grand opening celebration. So I guess this is a little commemorative plaque. It's all glass. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I like the artwork on it. I am an OSU fan, so just thought that was neat to pick up. So got that. And found a signed book. This is What's the Matter with Kansas? How Conservatives Wow the Heart of America by Thomas Frank. Pretty famous author and columnist. This is my second copy of his book I've gotten. Paid 95 cents. And it is signed in black Sharpie right there. This is a hardcover version, and like I said, I do have another copy I picked up at a yard sale, and that's the softcover version. This one's pretty cool though, because it's signed real nice and big in green. So, kind of don't know which one to keep. Normally I would keep the hardcover and sell or trade the softcover, but it's in green, so that's unusual. So, I don't know. There's that. Do this stuff here. Although this is some real good stuff. This was a Goodwill. All hardcovers are $2 a piece at the Goodwill. Picked this up, Piranha 2, The Spawning. This is James Cameron's first movie. This is his directorial debut. Of course, it has one of his heavily used actors, Lance Henriksen, in it. And he actually saved this movie because this movie really kind of blows. Paid $4 for this. I hadn't seen it, so definitely good to watch once just because it's James Cameron's first film. And like I said, Lance Henriksen, he really did a really good performance, and it's actually one of his better performances. So anyway, that's cool. Then we got Touchdown, football's most dramatic scoring feats. Old softcover kids book. It's a first printing from 1982. What's that? I don't know what that is. Got a bunch of photographs in it. Nice addition to the sports library. There's Jim Taylor. Don Meredith. So, all the best in the game. Earl Campbell. the best in the game at the time are in this book. So, Billy Sims, Oklahoma native. So very cool. Happy to get that. And then we got a couple autographed books here. This is All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, but All You Can Do Is Enough, by A.L. Williams. It's signed by him here, A.L. Williams. Pretty famous public speaker and author. Here's the only one I didn't look up to get prepared for this video, so give me a second. Arthur L. Williams is a billionaire insurance executive living in Palm Beach, Florida. He's the founder of A.L. Williams and Associates, known as Prime America Financial Services since 1991. So, and in 1998 he bought the Tampa Bay Lightning. But he ended up selling them. So, billionaire, author, and public speaker, A.L. Williams. So, happy to get that. And possibly the best find of the day. This is White House Diary by Jimmy Carter. Brand new book. I think this is his most recent book. It's originally $30 on the shelf. Signed on a official Jimmy Carter book plate. Nice full signature. Best wishes, Jimmy Carter. All this time I've spent searching books and looking through Jimmy Carter books and never found one signed. So I'm real excited to find this one. You guys might have seen my video recently where I sent my book Endangered Values to him to get signed, and he put a book plate in it and signed J. Carter. So it's really cool that he signed his full signature and put best wishes. I'm assuming this was done at a book signing. I'm not sure why the book plate though, if it was done at a book signing. So, but photos in there. But super happy to get that. Okay, next up. This stuff here. This is another DAV, Disabled American Veteran Thrift Store. Picked up a bunch of CDs. Most of these are really cheap. Picked up Enigma, MCM XCAD, still sealed. I used to play this album over and over and over and over again back when I was in school. It's copyright 1990. I don't know if any of you guys remember this. It's kind of a precursor to techno. It was really mostly music. They didn't really talk too much. It was a lot of Gregorian chant stuff in there and set to dance music. So I used to just play this over and over again. I ended up selling my copy when I sold my CDs to get money back when I was in Florida. So anyway, 95 cents for that. It's marked down from $2.47. I got a signed CD here. This is Peter Lewis Whitebird. This is his album Scars and Stripes. He's a gospel country singer. It says, God bless to you, Chelsea, John 5:24. Sign it right there. Nice big signature. And it was marked down from $2.48 to 75 cents. I got Society of Seven. Actually a couple more I haven't looked up. Be prepared. Sorry guys. Okay. Society of Seven is a variety troupe that performs a variety show of the same name, formed in the early 1960s as a pop group named the Fabulous Echoes. The group released a number of records in Asia, recording with the Hong Kong-based Diamond Records. They had a #1 hit single for 32 weeks in Hong Kong. They opened at the main showroom of the Outrigger Waikiki Hotel in 1969, and they ended up staying there. I don't know if this is the original Society of Seven or the revamped version, but this is Society of Seven Live. And this is signed on the inside, on the booklet right there. And this was marked down from $2.48 all the way down to 45 cents. So that's cool. Then we got John Rich, I Pray For You, and 4 other songs. This is EP release. Made out to Lindsay, Love, John Rich, his signature right there. Let's take this out. There we go. Now you can see it better. And this is marked down from $2.48 to 45 cents. And we got Audio Slave. This is their self-titled, I believe it's their debut album. I used to have this. Again, I sold it when I sold my CDs. I actually paid $2.48 for this. So, a great album. Love Audio Slave. Alright, then we got Karate High School. Just a second. They're an American pop-punk post-hardcore band from San Francisco, California, fronted by multi-instrumentalist and producer Paul McGuire. There's only 2 members of the group, Paul McGuire and Roy Batista. This is their album Arcade Rock. Great cover. I thought this was a PlayStation game when I first picked it up. An original PlayStation game. But it is signed on the inside. I love you, Sean. You rule. And it looks to me like that's Roy Batista. So I wish it was signed by Paul McGuire, but it's signed by Roy Batista. What he had to do with the group. See if I can find out real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, Ray Batista. He's the touring keyboard player. He's the only member to be in the band since Arcade Rock. So otherwise they've had a bunch of people in and out, but it's been Paul McGuire and Ray Batista since Arcade Rock came out. They've done a few albums, so that's awesome. Happy to pick that up. Then we got Dodge This by January Sun, signed by the whole band. And I actually paid $2.48 for this. Oh, this was marked down from $2.48 to 95 cents. This is a local, I think, country gospel, Christian country band. Yeah, they're out of Wichita, Kansas. They're not like big time famous or anything. They play mainly clubs and whatnot. But I love band signed CDs with multiple signatures, so I always pick those up regardless. And then we got Third Base, not signed, missing the cover unfortunately. It's got the back cover though. But this is a white rap group back in the late 80s on Def Jam Records. Great album. I had this on cassette still, but I played the shit out of this album when it came out. Marked down to 95 cents. I'm glad to have this on CD. You guys should check them out. And picked up this jersey. This is official Reebok jersey. Large. Paid $4.48 for this. Is Priest Holmes. Not signed, but goes in my unsigned jersey collection. Little side PC I have. Pick them up whenever I see them at thrift stores. That's cool. We got AC/DC Back in Black t-shirt. Paid $1.48 for that. It's being in excellent shape. That's cool. One more CD, the KLF, The White Room, from $2.48 to 95 cents. Again, played the shit out of this. Again, it's mostly music, not too much singing or words on this album. I don't know if any of you guys remember them. From 1991, the year I graduated. Radio played them a lot. Okay, so we got a couple of signed books here. Just a second. I actually forgot about these. Alright, Peter J. Dick was a Canadian Mennonite relief worker and pastor, best known for his work resettling Russian Mennonite refugees after World War II. He died in 2010. He was knighted by Queen Juliana of the Netherlands in 1950 for his relief work with refugees. So that's pretty cool. This is his book here, Leap of Faith, True Stories for Young and Old. It is signed nicely right there, again with an inscription, Do It. It's kind of fun to find two books inscribed, Do It, at the same thrift store signed. So, I'm happy to score that. I paid, I think, 50 cents for this. I'm not sure. I can't remember if books are the soft covers are 50 cents or $1. But it wasn't no more than $1, that's for sure. And this book here, this is awesome. Just a second, guys. Now, this is a book by, I'll try and say his name, Bienvenido and Santos, Scent of Apples. He was a Filipino-American fictionist, poet, and nonfiction writer. He died in 1996. Lived in the United States most of his years. He was professor of creative writing and distinguished writer in residence at the Wichita State University. Wrote many books on poetry, fiction books and non-fiction books. So, this is the book Scent of Apples. Comes with a bunch of newspaper articles about him. It's inscribed right there for John Fulton, with all good wishes. Bienvenido and Santos, December 1979, Wichita, Kansas. The person who had this had put it on eBay earlier this year. There's a little note about their trying to get some money for it. I think they have like a used bookstore or something because it has signed $35. So it ends up in a thrift store, and I bought it for like $1. I believe it is the first edition. Last copyright on there was 1979, so I think it was signed at the same time it came out. So that is awesome. Happy to score that. Alright, I'm going to try and keep this under 25 minutes, guys. This was all the Salvation Army. Books, hardcovers, if they're not marked, they're $1. This is Men Will Be Boys by Sally Jenkins, sports writer and columnist. She's also was a correspondent sometimes for CNBC. Has the autographed copy sticker on it. And just sign right there, Sally Jenkins. So that is awesome. She was formerly a senior writer for Sports Illustrated, sports writer for the Washington Post, where she was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize. And she has appeared on ESPN as a sports commentator. It's cool to see women big time into sports. And she is the daughter of Dan Jenkins, famous sports writer, for which I have a signed book. So that's cool. Father and daughter signed books. Alright, then we have Help Me I'm Married by Joyce Meyer. Very famous and rich, charismatic Christian author and public speaker. She's been teaching the Word of God since 1976. She's had a television show. So, very, very famous in the Christian world. This is signed by her, love, Joyce Meyer. Paid $1 for that. Got this coloring book. This is Number and Color Fun. Color and Activity book. It's copyright 1957. It's mostly unused. It's got just a couple of activities done in pencil, which I can erase. So, I did flip through it before I bought it, and I couldn't find anything colored in or anything, so I'll just erase what's done in pencil and try and resell it. It's really hard to find something like this, this old, that hasn't been all colored up and all the activities completed, so that's kind of cool find. And next to Jimmy Carter, my best score of the day, also the most expensive. Found a bunch of signed country music photos. Now, these were all marked $12.99. But they had been at the store the last time I was there. I just didn't buy them last time because I just didn't have the money. But of course, with Uncle Sam's generosity, I had a little extra money to spend. So, I'll set that one to the side, actually. And I got all of them that they had except for one, because when I looked them up, I couldn't find them right away. So, these were the ones I first saw. This is John Barry, signed to Wayne and Jenny. John Barry, as well as the ticket stub is signed. This is actually the coolest one because she's actually got a backstage pass here on the back. That must be Jenny right there. Because it comes with a guitar pick. I don't know if it was used in his show, but it has a guitar pick of his. And like I said, all the other stuff. So that is super awesome. So there's that one. This is Steve Warner, again, as his guitar pick. Don't know if it was show used. Signed to Jenny. Steve Warner. pretty nicely framed. Then we have James Bonamy. And, you know, that's the ticket stub from the show, as is that, as is this. Again, guitar pick, don't know if it was show used. Signed to Wayne and Jenny. Thanks, y'all. James Bonamy. And the group Western Flyer. Ticket stub from the show. Signed to Jenny. All of them signed it. So those were the ones I saw first. So I asked the lady, I was like, can you make me a deal if I took all of them but one? And cut the price down? She's like, well, we got 2 more. I said, oh, yeah? She's like, yeah, here they are. So these are the other 2 that she showed me. This is Carol Mack Parker. There's a ticket stub to the show, signed to Jenny. Good looking woman. And this is Mila Mason. This one's signed to Gordon. This is the only one not signed to Jenny. Lots of love, Mila Mason, 1997. Again, good looking woman. So I said, alright, well, there's 6 of them here. How much would you take for all of them? What did she say? Okay, she wanted $8 a piece. So I said, can you do a little bit better? Would you do 45? She's like, alright, I'll do 45. So just under $8 a piece on these. So super happy with that. So this was $45 for all 6 of these. You know, wouldn't normally pay that high, but like I said, extra money from Uncle Sam. Alright. See if I can go through this, make it 30 minutes tops. Like I said, I went to a thrift store Wednesday. Just a local thrift store. Everything's half off on Wednesday. Found a couple things. This is the Bentley BX720 Super 8 movie camera. This is really cool. It's got the camera, the original bag, the instruction books, and this thing I think that goes in this area. So, just got to get batteries. I'm sure I can go on eBay and find film cartridge for it. But this was marked $5, so I paid $2.50. Not really going for much on eBay, but kind of brings me back to days of my youth. My dad had a movie camera, Super 8 movie camera. I used to make movies, and he had a projector, and we used to watch them. So it was kind of cool. For $2.50, I'm going to buy it. And this was epic. This was just absolutely epic. This book was just sitting there on top of a bookcase. Okay? I'm like, wow, that's a beautiful book. I'm probably going to buy it just because of that. So I look on the side real quick and I see Exit Lady Masham. I didn't look at the author's name, and I didn't happen to look, if you can see it right there. It says signed first edition. I just looked at the title for whatever reason. Put it back down the thing and opened it up. Noticed some nice marble paper, and then I saw the signature. It's like, what? Turn another page, and this is a limited first edition of Exit Lady Masham, privately printed and personally signed by Louis Auchincloss, exclusively for members of the Signed First Edition Society. There's a list of all his other books. He has passed away. Nice drawings in here. It's illustrated. This is from the Franklin Library, 1983. First edition. And books at this thrift store, if they're not marked, they're $1. I bought this for $1. So freaking crazy. I might as well have found it in the trash. You guys remember, I found a bunch of signed Franklin Mint first editions in the garbage for $1. I basically got this for free. It's in immaculate condition. The only problem is a little bit of mess up right there on the gold gilt. Other than that, just an amazing find for $1. Alright guys, that's it. 30 minutes. Hope you guys stayed and watched the whole thing. Appreciate you watching, commenting, and subscribing. Talk to you guys later. See you.